Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. Welcome to my little corner of the universe. My name is Mark Mandel. I'm a developer advocate for Google Cloud. I work on a little project called Agones, which is an open source project for running multiplayer game servers on top of Kubernetes, which is another open source project for running software across lots and lots and lots of machines. I have a cup of tea, that is most important. So that is going to keep me going today, which is lovely. So, what do we feel like working on today? So I had this theory today. What was I going to work on? Oh, that's right. Okay, so let's pop over to screencast. So, what I've done previously, let's just adjust that a little, is if we have, I don't know if you heard my dog complaining in the background because I'm talking too loudly. We have this thing in Agones. We have an SDK for interacting for game servers that are running to interact directly with Agones itself. Like tell it things like, hey, I'm ready, hey, I'm doing stuff, hey, I'm ready to go, shut me down, please, because I want that. And we've been expanding that, actually, which has been super nice. It means we've been able to do some really cool stuff. And we did that recently, actually. Let me actually check out master, because that's all up to date now, which is lovely. And we've done, where are we? Actually, I will come over here and we'll go to GitHub. So we can actually have a look at the documentation. Today is actually release day, so this will come up soon. So if I come into, where are we? SDKs, integrating the GameServer SDK. So the last thing that we just did, if we look at our function reference, is this GameServer functionality. So basically being able to pull the information out of the GameServer into the SDK. So I can see things like, hey, you know, what is my current IP address? What is my port? Maybe check my health checking values. And actually, we can see this in action. It's actually kind of neat. I'm actually kind of happy with it. So actually, let me go to, actually, I had this set up here before. Yeah, beautiful. So there's an SDK server. There's actually a local mode that it can drop into. So we'll actually fire that off. And so we can actually do a lot of testing for this stuff too, which is kind of neat. We'll go over here. Here we go. Let's see if I actually have this available. Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. So the SDK is written in gRPC, but it's also exposed through REST, and so basically JSON. So we can actually test it quite easily. So here I can just hit it with a curl command, and we can see that we get like a bunch of the data. Like, so we have a bunch of object metadata, resource version, all sorts of other good stuff as well. Interesting, actually. I only just noticed it does it all in underscores rather than camel case, but whatevs. That's fine. At this point, I don't actually care. Which is interesting. There's an interesting debate there with JSON, with one underscores and one camel cases. I've always been on the camel case side because JavaScript tends to be camel case, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to fight it. So we're able to hit that SDK endpoint either through gRPC or REST, and we get back information. So if you're familiar with Kubernetes, there's a bunch of object meta that comes all the way through, labels, status, ports, etc., all that kind of good stuff. So that's all nice. As a weird aside, actually, as a thought, so gRPC gateway camel case JSON. I wonder if that's actually even something we can do. Yeah, here we go. Camel case. Inspecting system file and things like this is fixed. This is still an issue. Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that. I was just more curious. Okay, so the thing I actually want to do today is, so you saw there wherein we could get the information about the game server, but what I want to be able to do is basically have it so that when this data changes, a callback gets fired. So it's kind of going to be interesting. So we'll look at the gRPC side first, because I think that'll take us the longest. Okay, so where are we? So we'll look at Go because it's easier. So my thinking is, because we have essentially we have, where are we? If I'm going to go back to here. So essentially we have this sidecar, right? That the game server connects to. And that's a Go client. That's the game server, the gRPC server. And then we have the SDK that sits on the game server and they talk to each other. So what I want to have happen is have a client callback on the game server get fired essentially from changes that are seen here on the game server. So my thinking actually is what we want to do is have a gRPC streaming implementation on this side that picks up when changes happen and then just pushes that information into the SDK. And the SDK does some just nice language, canonical language wrapping for being able to set up and fire a game server. Fire the callback on the game server. That's my thinking. That's how I think it will work. I have some concerns about how that's going to work when we've exposed it as REST, but one problem at a time, I think, is the issue. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. So let's actually start a feature branch for this. This stuff is not going to happen for a while. Where are we? So this won't go into this release because we're going to release candidate today, which means we're on feature freeze for the week. But it can go in later. And also, I'll keep working on it anyway. So let's call this feature game server callback. That works. Right. So first step, we want to look at our proto. Okay, so you can see here we actually have, that's our get game server. We had that previously. What do we want to call this? I'm thinking something similar like... what do we want to call this? Like not get game server. It's more like a delta, like or changes or watch. It's a watch. Let's take Kubernetes parlance basically. So watch game server. We'll take an empty. So we actually don't care, and then we're going to return a stream of game servers. Cool. That seems legit. We'll also specify this is the bit that does this is the configuration essentially of the RPC. So the RPC to HTTP and JSON. So I think we can just call this watch game server. I kind of want to call it watch/game server. That would make me kind of happy. That seems reasonable. Let's work with that. Yeah. That works. That works. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, let's live with that. I think that seems pretty reasonable. All right, cool. So we have this gRPC service here. So let's generate that, and that's going to break a bunch of stuff for us. So I have a bunch of code for genning this already. So make gen GameServer SDK gRPC. So I'll fire that off. What that's doing is firing off Proto-C and a bunch of other things to generate a slew of gRPC SDKs and clients. And it'll also generate the Swagger step and that sort of stuff. So if we actually have a look here, cool, yeah, we'll see there's a bunch of stuff that's changed. I really wish in gRPC actually there was a way of saying things like, hey, just generate the client stub rather than both, but what you gonna do? Cool, so we got updates to our Swagger stuff. Let's actually commit that. Okay, first pass at updating proto and genning gRPC code. Cool. Fun. All right, cool. All right, so next fun steps. So let's just actually pop into SDKs. That's probably, no, actually I don't want SDKs. What I want to do is pop into game servers. Okay, so what do we want to tackle next? Because there's probably a bunch of stuff in here that's broken. So if I just... Where are we? Go test game servers. Yeah, I expect there will be a bunch of stuff that fails. Like, yeah, because the interface is now changed because of the genning of the gRPC, which means a whole bunch of stuff is now broken. Because fun. All right, cool. Let's look at our local SDK. Yeah, see here, like, so if you actually haven't written Go before, I really like this is like a common parlance of making sure. So if we have a interface definition, which we do here, which is our SDK server, which is generated by gRPC, we actually specify, hey, we're not actually going to set this to anything, but because this is set to, we're creating an instance of this and we're setting it to this interface type, at compile time, we'll get an error saying, oh, by the way, this is broken, which is good. We want to know that things are broken. All right. Sweet. So the other fun thing we can do here is implement these. Why don't we start by implementing these? The good thing is, nope, it's not here. Implement methods. Where are we? SDK server. Let's do that. I actually thought I could do it from here, but apparently not. All right, that's fine. Code, implement methods. Whoops. SDK server and sd.pb.go. That looks right. Sweet. Perfect. So it already knows. This is one thing I really like about IntelliJ too. It already knows all this other stuff, and so it's like, cool, I can already do the here. So I'm gonna put this at the bottom. Let's do that for both. Let's just drop this in for both. We can leave it with the panic for now. I just want to do, what I want to do is I want to do local. So there is a local SDK, and there we go, perfect. There is a local SDK. That'll give us something to basically play with, for lack of a better term. But that's pointer SDK server. That's what I want instead. Cool. So now, if I actually run these tests again, they should all pass now. Actually, they might fail because I have a feeling there's some mocks that'll fail. Let's have a look. Running. I wonder if there's some mocks that will be like, no, I have died. Oh, apparently not. Apparently everything is good. All right, sweet. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's fine. Cool. Alrighty. Next on my list of things to do. All right, cool. All right, so that works. That seems pretty good. We're over here. I want to do the local version first. I think what I'm going to do is do something really simple. Like, I've already got this. When I go get GameServer, I have this local thing that pops through. What I'm kind of thinking, like, it just spits it out. What I'm kind of thinking is watch GameServer. Is maybe I just do a thing where it returns that value with nothing changed every like 5 seconds or something. Just as a way of being able to be like, oh yeah, this actually happens. Yeah, why don't we do that? I like that idea, and that gives me something to play with at least, and see if this theory of mine is going to work. Probably should write tests for this too. So watch GameServer will return a dummy GameServer with no changes every 5 seconds. That's probably overkill, but let's start with it. We'll see how we go. See how people like it or not. Alrighty. All right. So we take that in. We spit that out. So what I'm actually going to do is take this and convert this into a variable. Let's take that and make it. No, it is already a variable. So I'm going to do that. Take that out of there. Interesting that died, but anyway. Variables. Whoops. Thank you. Bam and bam. Do I want to keep it as DS? I don't like that name now, actually. Let's rename that as like a fixture, maybe, or like a. Where do you do that? Yeah, GameServer, yes. No, do not change that anywhere else. Do not change that in there either. Do that refactor. Okay, that looks. Yeah, we'll call it that. Alternate fixture. All right, cool. Now, why do I feel like I'm doing something stupid? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, because I'm not doing anything with this. Empty and what is this? What do we got here? Oh, that's our stream. Okay, cool. I just noticed there were no function, like no what's the word I'm looking for? There's no variable names on those arguments. I didn't actually realize that was a thing. Things you learn. I didn't actually realize that was a thing. All right, cool. So I'm gonna assume. All right, so what do I have on this stream here? Send context, receive message. How do I know when it's closed and I'm pushing stuff out? That is probably my biggest question. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's set up our loop. Yeah, how do I want to do this? Let's just try it. Actually, where are we? Shut down. It should be fine. So we're doing like a go funk. It'll be fine, right? We'll just have a dangling. We'll start with a dangling go routine, and it'll be fine. All right, cool. So all true. Oops, there's no for true. Sorry. Writing the wrong language. And all right. Why are you complaining? Infinite for loop. I know it's an infinite for loop. That's why I was doing it. But well, I'll tell you what then. Rather than doing it every 5 seconds, why don't we do it like 3 times every 5 seconds once first connected? And then it's not like awful. And you can just keep trying it. All right, you just reconnect, and when you reconnect, they'll be. And that's actually probably better indicative of what would actually happen in this scenario, because you're probably going to connect, right? You're going to start up a game server, and you're going to go through a bunch of states, and you're going to be like, am I ready? Am I allocated? Is player connected to a bunch of stuff? And then you're probably not going to have that many changes come through anyway. So that seems pretty legit. That seems fine. Awesome. Actually, then, yeah, I'm happier with that. Times, we'll say 3. Period will be 5 for argument's sake. So we can probably just be a bit lazy with this, and just basically say for I less than, or I equals 0, I less than times I plus plus. Sleep. There we go. Period. Start about a second. Cool, that works for me. Oh, no, it doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? Can't use period times a second, time in is time dot duration. No. What am I doing? That's not right. Oh, I need to convert it to a duration. Sorry, my bad. No, that doesn't seem right either. Why is that not doing what I want it to do? Because I could do 3 times second, right? And I'd be very happy with that. Does this do type inference? To convert an integer number units to duration, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Actually, easier way of doing this. Period. So a second. Do it there. That makes more sense. All right, cool. And then stream dot send. All right. Cool. So what we'll actually do is we'll do this as well. Logris dot info connected to watch GameServer. Logris dot info sending watched GameServer. Let's do that. And then we'll send the fixture. Seems pretty happy. What am I doing with errors? Okay, yeah. If error doesn't equal nil, then return. So it's a interesting question. I wonder if this is a valid thing to do. Var error. Oops, that's the wrong way around. Sorry, I'm bad. Oh, no, you're right. Then return it. Error equals nil. Then I have shadowing. There we go. Return, and then that'll spit out. Like if something bad happened. Let's log it. Error. I'll say with error. And then dot error. Just regular error is fine. Error sending GameServer. I wonder if you get back an EOF from that potentially. Let's have a look. You might want to handle that. Yeah, give me. No, that's not what I wanted. I wonder if it'll actually give me stream. There's no so stream set header, blah, blah, blah. That's all fine. I wonder if I get back an EOF potentially. You know what? Let's go to the gRPC docs. Let's have a look. Let's see, gRPC docs. Here, I probably don't need to care about it as much, but when I do the real implementation, I probably care about it a whole lot more. Ooh, you know what? No one's following me. Then I'm switched over. Everyone's just listening, clearly. That's better. A bad habit of doing that. All right. Cool. That tells me people are just listening to what I'm saying, which is totally fine too. I'm not going to complain. As long as you're here to hang out. All right. Client-side streaming? No, server-side streaming. Simple RPC, server-side streaming. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. Stream.send, return error. As okay. Blah, blah, blah. Tell me get and a in this feature we're using send. Here we go. Nil error to gRPC refresh. We've finished running responses to this call. A non-nil error will translate it to an appropriate RPC status that will be sent along the wire. So I guess probably gRPC is just going to handle if things disconnect. Yeah, because in the example we handle EOFs, but here we don't. So, okay, I guess that's not really an issue. I guess that's probably fine. All right, cool. Let's go back to actual code so you can see what I'm doing. I really shouldn't skip off screencast view so you can actually see my code. Okay, so we don't need that. So in theory here, we will watch the game server, and once we connect, it will send 5 of these basically every time we call watch game server. That seems like a nice actual way of testing things locally. That seems legit. I tell you what, we do want to write tests for this, so let me write a to do that. But I'm just gonna be lazy and we're gonna do it manually. Just because build SDK. Yeah, what do we got? Build Agones SDK binary. Boom. Let's do that. Actually, don't need this right now. Do I even have a Minikube cluster up and running while I'm looking at it? Ooh, there's a new version of Minikube. Fancy. Error cluster starts getting running. Sudo systemctl is active. I have a feeling that I don't. Let's just delete it. I like being able to destroy Minikube clusters. That makes me happy. So that's building. Awesome. So what I'm actually gonna do, just for fun, I guess, is I'll build the binary and let's just connect to it with REST and see what happens. I think that could be kind of interesting. What I'll then probably do is edit one of my samples, make that connect, and see if that works too. All right, but that's compiling, so that's good. Messages from friends. Cool. Connecting, doing stuff. Compiling. Now we need some chairs and some swords. All right, so that's okay. Cool. That's going to be doing other stuff. That's all done. So basically, I have a make command and it generates cross compilation for Go. All right. So I think I have this here. Yeah, I do. Here we go. P-word. Cool. Yep. SDK server bin. Have a look. All right. So let's just see if that runs, which it does. We're gonna need a curl command for this. So actually, you know what? I have a cool idea. Let's just edit our docs because I've actually got some docs here. We're gonna. I'm just gonna steal this because then it'll give me. We can do the rest of this later. So I should just be able to do watch/GameServer. That in theory should work. Let's see if it does. Oops, paste. Oops, that did not work. All right, there we go. Okay. And boof. That did not work. I wonder if you can keep it, like, so I would actually need to keep this alive. Let's see. Watch GameServer error, RPC error, transport the stream is done, or write header was already called. No? Thought I'd get more out of that. I kind of want to, yeah. Can curl be used to mimic a persistent but open? Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Curl or do we, when the tool exists, it will close the connection. Okay. Because I feel like we would need to do that. That sounds complicated. All right, you know what? We will punt on this. Persistent connections, yeah. Nope. I wonder if there is an answer for this, because this doesn't work, it's gonna be a problem. Transport the stream is done, or write header was already called. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, that's actually where the error gets fired. Oh, that's good. What about a cached version? Maybe even here. Legal header writer. So how do we do that? HTTP streaming, gRPC. Here. Support streaming. I thought it worked. Internet instance in the runtime caller, flash prediction instant for transfer. Support streaming the way you propose. I have talked about the ability to stream gRPC. I learned how to actually do it with a faithful spec. I might actually have to hunt this down. All right, here we go. Let's have a look. I actually want to solve this because it's bugging me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Map streaming APIs to new line delimited JSON streams. So I would have figured it would stay open and then I would get stuff coming out of it. But maybe not. Or at least maybe there's no example of it per se. Let's have a look at examples. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if I can find something. Clients, echo, API client. Well, actually, let's have a look at examples. Proto, here we go. Stream PB, here we go. No, actually I want the proto. All right, stream.proto. Thank you, here we go, perfect. Let's see what they're doing. All right, so stream a little bit of everything, that's fine. Put it off empty, yep, returns a little bit of everything. All right, so that's, if you want an example, a bit of everything. That's what we want. That's actually exactly what we want. So actually, here's an interesting question as well. What does the Swagger look like? GameServer, shutdown, watch, here we go. Description, streaming responses. Oops. And you just do a get to, like, okay, that's nothing special. All right. Okay, so stream.proto. Let's see what they do. Give me some swagger, etc., etc. Example clients. I have no idea actually. Let's have a look for a bit of everything in this repository. Yeah, let's do that. See where that might show up. Server, a bit of everything. Yep, cool. Proto, yeah. Marshall Proto Task. Okay, server steaming. Source graph. That's what I wanted. So source graph gives me blah 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 successful payload, blah blah blah. What I was kind of looking for is a client. Just a bit of everything client. There we go. It looks like that might be useful. Abe.a new bit of everything API with base path. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. That was in Abe. I saw that. I totally saw that. So client Abe. So actually I can go to that definition. There we go. All right, cool. A little bit of everything service API. Perfect. This is what I wanted to see. I want to see how they do it. Create, interesting. That's probably a lot of stuff that I don't know if I care about. Create body. There's a lot of stuff in there. I don't know. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. All right. I hope this is generated, to be quite frank. But let's have a look. Update, body, a little bit of everything. Okay. But this is taking like a bunch of protobuf code. This is not what I care about. What did the test look like? Just looking at list. This is not doing a lot of fun. But everything service API. This is not making me happy. Give me test abe list. Yep, there's the stream PB. There's, but what I want, that's the server. I want to see the client. This doesn't make me happy. Ooh, I just realized something. There's actually a bug in this. You know what the bug is? Well, I think, yeah, I shouldn't do this no cofunk. I should do it like this. Because what's happening is, that I am calling this watch game server. We go into a go routine, but then we return out, which will mean the gRPC system is like, boop, I'm dead. Right? I think that yeah, it doesn't need that. That's bad. So let's kill that. Actually, we'll bring back the shell. I'll tell you why we'll bring back the shell. We will bring back the shell because go import /w package. Let's format that and then rebuild the binaries. All right, so because what should happen here instead, this should be better, and I'm not rambling to myself, is when the code comes through, right, we should get that, and then we should hit this, and it shouldn't get to here until we've done this 3 times, which is what we want. We should be blocking on this, right? gRPC handles the threads for us. This would actually make more sense. Okay. See how we're doing. All right, so that's doing good stuff. That's doing good stuff. All right. Compiling. Sweet. Awesome. Make sure that no one's bugging me for anything that's important from work. Good. Sweet. Okay, that's compiling. And if this works the way I think it will, actually, and while we're here, what I want to have a look is curl. Whoops, that did not work. Perfect. What I want to see, not progress meter, is I actually just want to see, I think it's like -v. I just want to see everything when stuff comes through. Nope, data ASCII, yep, that's fine. Data var, is there like a -v? Verbose, yeah, there we go. Verbose, make curl verbose during the operations, you will see it under the hood, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Oh, let's trace do. Trace, outgoing data, including information. Anyway, we'll give this a shot, see how it goes. All right. So let's go local. Sweet, that's up and running. Curl, whoops. Let's see if that works. Okay, here we go. Sending one game server, we get it through. Perfect, that's actually exactly what we want. Boom, boom, boom. And then it'll wait, and then it'll exit. Perfect, that's actually perfect. That's awesome. That makes me really, really, really happy. Perfect. That's actually exactly how I wanted that to work. So I'm very happy about that. That's excellent. All right. So the local SDK looks to be happily working. Okay. So that's pretty cool. That actually is exactly what I wanted to have happen on the HTTP side. I wanted it to send just chunks through as it was ready, and that's exactly what it does. So super excited. That makes me very, very happy. And in fact, then, I wonder what. One of these days I'll have to have a look at how the Swagger stuff works. But I wonder if the Swagger side of things will actually be happy. Okay, so what I need to do now is I'm just going to go into the Go SDK, ready shutdown health. So what am I going to need here? I'm going to need some kind of callback. I'm going to call it type GameServer callback, which would be a func, which takes a pointer to a game server, or an SDK game server, I should say. Callback or callback? This doesn't really matter. How would you? Was that one word or two? Let me know what you think. This is game server callback. Actually, let's make that right. Game server callback is a function definition for to be used when a game server has changes. Game server definition or CRD, that's just better. Has changes. Has been changed to be called. That's better. Cool. Then what I'm going to need is somewhere to store these. So, GS callbacks. Actually, we'll call it watch callbacks, because these are going to be the ones specifically for watches, and that'll be a way of game server callback. Sweet. So we'll need a way to add these. So let's write. I don't want to do this at the top of the bottom. Let's do the bottom. Math, cool. Add game server callback. No, I don't like that. Watch game server. That's better. So here's an interesting question, actually. Should I do this with a callback, or should I do this with a channel? I'm writing Go after all. Because I could do it. No, I feel like. Interesting question. I'm thinking a callback is a better option, just because I don't know if anybody's going to listen to the channel. And if we use a channel, then we would have to buffer it, and it could get full. So I don't know who's going to do what with the channel. I feel like a callback is the more flexible option. Basically, I can connect to watch the game server. Yeah. I could do this, and I could probably do this lazily too. I have some ideas, but let's have a think about this for a minute. When the backing game server is changed, call the callback. Yeah, that feels okay. Where are we? S pointer SDK. Function game server callback. That doesn't have a. Seems legit. Yeah, what happens if something errors? I don't think there's anything to do at that point. Yeah, like I don't think there's anything I can do about it. So that can be added more than once. So one thing we will need to do is actually call the thing. Can I use sync.once to do this? This might be actually easy. Once an object or only once. Yeah, it's true. Boop, 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 boop. For this SDK, watch once. Basically, I want to connect for the first time. Well, actually, the first thing I actually want to do is say s.watch callbacks equals append s.watch callbacks f. So let's do that. Then what I want to do, interesting question. Okay, so I want to, yeah, I need that once for this SDK. Yes, for this SDK. It's not global, it's for this SDK because that's my SDK client that has the one, so we'll call it a watch once. Watch init, maybe sync at once. And or do new SDK, create an SDK client, new SDK client. That doesn't make any sense. s.healthY. Oh, here we go, perfect. Once watching it. I actually don't know if I like that name, but anyway. I would like to go like that, just so I can see what it's meant to be doing. So basically my thinking is, nope. Nope. Go doc. Sync. Give me the sync package. There you go, perfect. Once. Ta. It's an object performing exactly one action, exactly, once body equals func, blah blah blah. Once.do. Okay, then I can actually specify that anywhere. Cool. Lovely. Beautiful. Sweet. So I can give that a sync.once, and that fires up. Okay. So, I wonder if this is gonna actually be some. I may need to lock some of this, but we'll see how we go. Basically, my theory is, where are we? s.watchinit. Do call the func. All right. Basically, what I want is when you call watch GameServer, it sets up the connection immediately and then does that work, right? So I'm curious to see whether my idea works. Let's see. So and then it only ever does it once, right? So we're never going to do it again, and it just keeps adding. If you want to add more, it's fine. We'll probably have to do something similar elsewhere too. So how long? We got 9 minutes. All right, let's see if we can punch this out. We'll see what happens. s.client.watch game servers. Do we have a context? Context, beautiful. Empty and SDK.empty because I don't care. And then what does that return? Call options, don't care. SDK watch client and error. So stream and error both. If this errors though, that's bad. And yeah, I feel like this needs to spit out an error potentially. And I might just want to cheat error. Oops. Return error. Yep. Var stream is a SDK server client. Nope. Stream. Yep. Did I do that wrong way around? Possibly. I always do it the wrong way around. Yeah. Nope. I don't want you to create it. I want you to give me the expand out. How am I having a bad var day? What are we doing for vars? Which one comes first, the type or the type or the name? There we go. Unused variable stream. I have it. I use it right there. What are you talking about? Stream error. It's used right there. You're a liar. If we have an error, returns. I will say, yeah, errors.wrap, I think. Makes sense. Error. Errors. Wrap. Could not watch GameServer. And return. So basically, it's going to set the value of that error from externally and return out. So bad things will have happened. Usually, this will not spit out an error because you're just appending stuff and it should be fine. That's my theory, right? All right, so we have a stream. Oops, stream dot. So what do we have? Should be receive. Receive game server message. Yeah, there we go. I can steal this. I feel like I've done this before. No, let's have a look at the gRPC docs. How are we doing for time? We got 5 minutes. That's server-side streaming. Client-side streaming. Here we go. Boom, boom. Yeah, this is what I want. IOEOF. Where did I do this before? Don't know. So, here is an interesting question. Yeah, I think at this point we create a Go routine because we want this to happen in the background. We have this context. We have this context. I kind of want this to stop working when we shut down. No, but then we just have a background. What do we do with context background? All right, we'll come back to this. It's probably not ideal. Although, actually, it's not too bad, because it will EOF eventually. Yeah, because the server will shut down. Yeah, okay, that works. Basically, I want to steal this. Oop. So for GSR, stream.receive. Wow, you are complaining a lot. Cool. I think they also did the same thing. Here we go. Bam. I think else. Is office 1? No. Does not equal no. Do we need to do some stuff? Where's my logger? Do I have a logger? SDK. No, I'm just using formats for enough. Okay, interesting. Interesting. My SDK is not doing a lot. My SDK doesn't log. Interesting. Okay. So EOF, I don't care. How am I going to debug this if this doesn't work? Let's have a thinksy. So for right now, maybe we don't care. I don't know. I don't want to be injecting my own logging into other people's stuff. I think is probably a good point. Although this is the most complicated part, I would guess. So if it EOFs, it's fine. So in which case then, if error does not equal nil and error equals EOF, we actually can't do anything. We have to log at that point. We have to log something. So everything inside here has been mostly gRPC based. Oh, I don't know if I want to pull in Logres. I think that's probably a bit overkill. So let's just standard library this. Because we need to see this error somewhere. Oh man, I don't think we have a choice. Printf error. Watching GameServer %us error. Which is the same thing, but that's fine. Because if it's EOF and it's into file, and we're like, cool, we're done anyway, so it's fine. And then we just loop around. For _f in range s dot watch callbacks f yes. That should work. I'm still not happy with this watch init thing. To do write tests. But in theory, it should be fine. Let's format that, make sure that looks good. One thing we can do is just run this test to make sure that, yeah, I had a feeling that might die because it's missing watch GameServer. SDK mock, code, implement, SDK, whoops, it doesn't. Where are we? SDK, I don't know where we are. SDK mock literal is missing watch GameServer from SDK client. Oof, lovely. Now that should, all right, so at least that compiles. That's my theory. It is 10 o'clock here, here in San Francisco, so I'm gonna have to finish up here, but this gets us started. We never seem to complete stuff, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. We get to play with some fun things. I think this will work. I'm not happy about this watch init thing here. That's not 100%. I think I want to call it something else. Maybe just watch once. Maybe I'll actually make that change now. Make it watch. Whoops. T rename. Call it response. Yeah, I like that better. And I have a feeling this, if I start doing some race tests, this is going to want to get locked. So we can do that too. Anyway, I think I'll wrap things up there. Thank you for hanging out with me for the past hour. I need to actually go do the go do the releases for Agones, actually, for the 0.3.0 RC candidate. So, yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. I'll be back same time. No, I won't be back next Tuesday. Actually, I completely and utterly lie. Because next week is Google Cloud Next. So that's a big flagship cloud conference. I will be on the show floor doing podcast recordings and a bunch of other stuff like that. I'll be doing a presentation on Agones as well, and that kind of stuff. So if you're coming to Next or you're going to be around Next, definitely check that out or come say hello. I would love to chat to people. Otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. Follow me on Twitter at Neurotic. Follow me on Twitch here. I'll make sure to keep people updated if I do more impromptu streams. I've been doing that a lot lately, but I'd like to get back to it. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much. Have a happy Tuesday if Tuesday is your day. And if it's not, then have a happy day wherever it is at. And I will see you all later.